Yo. Hey, yo. Oh, yo. Yo, yo.
Jordan Peele. You may have heard of him. He's an actor, comedian, writer, film director. I mean, what else more is there? Now, Peele's road from obscurity to comedy stardom to A-list director and screenwriter has been an interesting one, with briefly diverging paths that may have led to him to become an artist completely different from the one we know today.
Rice.
Jordan Peele got his breakout from MadTV. This is also where he met Michael Keegan Key, the co-star in Key and Peele. The longtime friends auditioned for the same part on MadTV in 2004. There was only supposed to be a small number of cast selected, but their chemistry led to them both being cast. Now how cool is that? Peele has found acting success after MadTV as well, booking roles in Little Fockers and Wanderlust, and hitting the small screen in Fargo and Kroll Show in 2014. His biggest hit in his comedic tenure, however, is definitely Key and Peele.
All right. Nice to meet you. All right. Nice to meet you.
1/8 black.
Afternoon, my octoroon. Come on, bring it in there. Tuck that.
Yeah, I'm in there, dog. I'm in there, dog.
Now, Key and Peele is a sketch comedy TV series created by Keegan-Michael Key and Jordan Peele. The show mainly consists of pre-taped skits starring the two actors. The first episode drew 2.1 million viewers, making it the most watched Comedy Central launch since 2009. The last episode, however, was aired in September 2015. Throughout the series, Key and Peele played a number of characters. There was Obama and his anger translator Luther, Wendell Sanders, and the popular Mr. Garvey, along with countless other characters. Jordan Peele did not stop there. He co-wrote Keanu, but his writing only improved, making a career opus in Get Out. Now, the film seems to be tailor-made for Trump's America, but I assure you, Jordan Peele had the idea for Get Out even before Barack Obama was elected president. In an interview with the Los Angeles Times, he recalled being inspired during the 2008 primary season. Peele also told the Verge that he found inspiration from The Shining. Another horror movie was Halloween. In the movie Get Out, the eyes have it. As a protagonist of Get Out, Chris Washington, played by Daniel Kaluuya, tells a great deal of the story using only his eyes. Jordan Peele uses the sense of sight to amplify imbalances of power and control. Imbalances often draw along racial lines. Before we even see Chris, we're shown black and white prints of his work on the walls of his Brooklyn apartment in a sequence set to Childish Gambino's Redbone. The camera simultaneously creates distance and closeness between Chris and his subjects. It's a way to both observe and to escape. It's through this lens that Chris manages to spot another black person, played by Lakeith Stanfield, at one of the gatherings. But when Chris goes to introduce himself, the other man turns around with a glassy, far-off staring, introduces himself as Logan. From his eyes, it's immediately obvious something's wrong. Get Out uses vision via the eyes or camera lens to underscore Chris's very justified paranoia, discomfort, and fear in response to the story's white characters, i.e. Rose's family. Still, over the other bodily senses, vision has been the most intuitive metaphor for discussing subjective experience, just as a sense of touch is often evoked to discuss compassion or empathy. Vision is closely linked to a person's unique way of knowing the world. Peele himself has used the language of sight when discussing how he wanted Get Out to be an inclusive film. Just look at this scene. An old TV before Chris Washington flickers on, and who else is there but Jim Hudson lying in what looks like an operating room. Jim tells Chris that the true nature of the mysterious process that this family are subjecting him to, transplantation. Tears fall from Chris's eyes as he realizes what must have been done to Logan, Georgina, and Walter, and what will soon be done to him. Jim's brain will be transplanted into his head and Jim will take full control of his body, while Chris looks on from a corner of his consciousness. Now this is a terrifying, revealing exchange. It is also of a piece with Get Out's broader social commentary, particularly its clear takedown of well-meaning white liberals and those who believe in a post-racial America. So of course the man who wants to steal Chris's body from him is not only blind, but also colorblind. He comes off as the kind of person who say he doesn't see race while caring very little about the well-being of Black Americans. Story is one of the few ways that we have to stepping into someone else's shoes. If that story is told well, if the actor is doing their job, if the script is right on, we're all that protagonist and we see through the eyes of that protagonist.